Hey there, we're going to do a knee-free, non-weight bearing yoga video here. Starting in a standing position, inhale, hands reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Finding the breath, connecting with the body. Finding your center here. Inhale to reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale as the hands come down, clearing our energy channel, connecting with the breath. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Starting in a standing position today, giving ourselves a little bit different perspective. We're going to begin by looking at our feet, rocking back from the tips of our toes all the way back to the heels. Gently coming to a nice soft spot right in the middle, focusing on keeping our balance in between our toes and our heels. Our weight isn't too far forward or too far back. Begin by gently opening the spine, twisting from side to side. Gently letting the spine open up and release. Letting the arms swing out of their sockets a little bit. Opening the hips. If you'd like, you can bend your knees gently here to help deepen that twist a little. Listening to your body and what it needs, especially if you have any kind of injuries. Paying attention to what it needs, and we'll gently come to center, slowing our motion. Inhale, hands reach to the sky. Exhale, we'll bend over to that right side. Inhale to center. Exhale, reaching over to the left. Inhale, center. This time we'll do another bend. If you'd like to place one hand on the hip to get a little bit deeper into that stretch, you can. Inhale to center. We'll come to the opposite side, doing whatever you did on the previous side here. Listening to what feels good to your body. Inhale to center, hands to heart center. Standing cat and cow. Inhaling as the chest opens up. Exhale as you round the spine. Hands come to a big circle in front of you. Inhale, opening the chest center, while you're also arching your back. Making a nice deep opening, and then rounding the spine to close, following the cat and cow with your own breath. It doesn't need to be fast or slow. It can be whatever feels best for you today in your practice. We'll come to center, hands come to the heart. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Finding the breath. Connecting with our body. Inhale, hands come to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Same thing, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Clearing our energy channel, clearing the chakras. Finding space through the spine, through the shoulders. And again, we're going to come into this twist, seeing if you can come a little bit deeper this time. Without putting any pressure, without any aches or pains. Noticing if you're able to twist a little bit deeper than before. You may be able to and you may not, and that's fine either way. Moving our body in a way that we normally don't do throughout the day. Paying attention to how that feels. We'll slowly come to center. Hands reach to the sky on the inhale. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, we'll rise halfway with a flat back. Exhale to fold. Releasing here, letting the neck hang heavy. Slight bend in the knees as you come to stand. Hands reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, fold. Letting our back open up this morning nice and gently. Pressing up through the feet to stand. Exhale, hands come to heart center. We'll cross our feet, the right leg over the left. Inhale, we'll reach up. Same thing here, bowing forward. Just hanging over those legs. If this is too much, you can also place your hands on your shins or on your thighs. And uncrossing, we'll press into the ground as we come to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Crossing the left leg over the right. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to bow forward. Feeling the different sensations between this and our normal forward fold. Uncrossing the legs, we press to stand. And hands come to heart center. Now we'll come to the top of our mat. We'll do a couple vinyasas to open up. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway, flat back. Exhale, we'll step back into plank. Coming down through chaturanga, up through up dog or cobra, and pressing back, downward dog. Reaching through those heels all the way through the hips, nice and tall. Breathing deeply into that low belly. And when you're ready, stepping forward in between the hands into a forward fold. Inhale, reaching up halfway. Exhale to fold. Press through the feet to stand with a flat back. Hands reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, we dive forward. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale to fold, stepping back. Plank. Down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, rounding back into downward dog. Opening up the lungs, opening up the ribs with each breath. Gently warming up the body. Inhale, looking through the hands as you step forward into a forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet to stand. Hands reach up to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold. This time stepping back. Press back, doing a sun salutation into downward dog. Coming forward on the inhale. Down through chaturanga on the exhale. Reaching up through upward dog or cobra. Pressing back, downward dog. Just a slight change in the movement. We're bringing that downward dog in before the plank. Adding a little bit more movement, a little more momentum. Stepping forward in between the hands, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet to stand. Hands reach to the sky. Inhale, exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe deep. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold as you step back into downward dog. One full breath cycle here. Coming forward into plank and down through chaturanga. Up through up dog or cobra, your choice. And reaching the hips back, coming into downward dog. 3 big full belly breaths here. Stepping through the hands into a forward fold. Reaching up halfway. Exhale, fold. Coming to stand, hands reach to the sky, hands to heart center. Good job, you guys. Deep breath in, reaching up, exhale, and we'll fold. Inhale, rising halfway. The exhale, we fold. Stepping back into our downward dog. Coming forward into plank, down through chaturanga. Sweeping through up dog or cobra. Reaching back, downward dog. Seeing if you can bring your elbows so they point down a little more towards the mat. This helps to align our arms a little bit better. And then stepping forward in between the hands into a forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale, we fold. Pressing through the feet to stand, reaching all the way up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Deep breath. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back. Downward dog. Coming forward to plank on the inhale. Exhale, coming down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, coming back. Downward dog. Pressing through those heels, through the hands. Taking the strain off of the wrists. And stepping forward between the hands into a forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Gentle bend in the knees as you press to stand. Hands reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Down on your feet, just noticing where they're at. And we're going to step back almost in a warrior one without the bend. Inhale, we're going to reach up. Exhale, folding forward over that front knee. Paying attention here to have a micro bend in the front knee or to pick up those toes and bring them back towards you so we're not overextending the knee. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, folding. A nice intense stretch here. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. And we're doing a lot of stretching of this muscle group. Stepping forward into a forward fold. Pressing through the feet to stand. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping back with the opposite foot. Same thing. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, folding over that front foot, making sure that we have that micro bend or that the toes are pointed back towards us. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Lengthening through the legs. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Hands come forward gently as we come into a forward fold. Pressing through the feet to stand. Hands reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping back with the left foot again. Same thing. Inhale as we reach high. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, fold. And walk our hands out a little bit as we come into a standing split. And from here, opening up into half moon. As you can see, it's been a while since I've done it. Got to strengthen those legs a little more. Closing off into a standing split. And stepping back with that back leg, folding forward. Rising halfway. Exhale to fold. We'll step the back leg a little bit further, coming into downward dog. Feeling the difference between the legs here after that intense stretching on the one side. Coming forward through your choice of vinyasa. Nice gentle flow. moving with your own breath, listening to your body. And coming forward into plank, we'll do side sweeps with the feet. So one leg comes out to the side and then the other. Paying attention more to my left side here. The right side I kept kicking the wall, so it's not quite even. I'm sorry about that. Pressing back, downward dog, and then looking forward as you hop, step, or float to the front into a forward fold. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale to fold. Pressing through those feet to stand, reaching towards the sky on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping back with the right leg. Inhaling up, exhaling forward. Making sure we're protecting that front knee. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, fold. Hands come out a little bit as we begin to come into standing split. And then left hand reaches out a little bit further, and we open up into half moon. Pressing through the heel, through the hands, back into standing split. And the right foot comes down, stretching over the left. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale to fold. That back leg steps back a little bit further, and then we come into downward dog. Coming forward through your vinyasa. You're also welcome to come into downward dog here if you'd like, or even child's pose. Paying attention to what your body is telling you it needs. Being respectful of that. If you'd like, you can come into plank again and do these side sweeps. Just a little extra strengthening of the legs without putting any weight on our knees specifically. Pressing back, downward dog. Looking forward, hop, step, or float to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Pressing through the feet to stand, hands reach to high. Down to heart center on the exhale, and breathe. Stepping back again. Inhale, reaching nice and tall through the spine. Exhale, we'll fold over that front leg. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, fold. Hands come forward gently as we come into standing split. Opening up into half moon. Hand can come to the hip. Can also come up high, wherever it feels best for you. Our main focus here is really on strengthening that bottom leg and also pressing through the heel of the top leg, keeping our spine nice and long, finding length. Closing our hips as we come into a standing split. Stepping back with the left leg, folding over the right. Rising halfway with a flat back. Exhale to fold. Stepping back, downward dog. Again, noticing here how the body feels. Coming through the vinyasa if your choice if you'd like, or you can meet in downward dog. And again, without putting any judgment or label on it, just noticing the difference between the left side and the right side. Or maybe they're the same. And coming forward into plank, doing some side sweeps if you'd like. Pressing back, downward dog, and coming forward into a forward fold. Inhale, we'll rise halfway. Exhale and fold. Press through the feet to stand, hands reach to the sky on the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Full breath into the low belly. Inhale, hands reach high. And down to heart center. Inhale, hands reach high. Exhale to heart center. Do this one more time. Again, clearing our energy center. Clearing the spine. Clearing our upper chakras. Stepping back. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, folding over that front leg. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold. Coming up again into our standing splits. As you're ready, opening up into half moon. Again, you can start with your hand on your hip, or it can be up in the sky if you'd like. Finding what works for you. Pushing through the heel, through the crown of the head. Nice, long, strong body. And then closing off as you come into a standing split. Holding here. And then releasing that right leg to the mat. Folding over the left. That left toe still pulls back towards you, rising halfway. Exhale and fold. Stepping back, downward dog, readjusting as needed. Finding length in the upper back, all the way through to the tailbone. Coming forward and down through your choice of vinyasa if you'd like. Again, you're always welcome to stay in downward dog or come to child's pose if you need. Pressing through the heels and through all 10 fingers. Coming forward to plank. Again, side sweeps if you'd like. You can do 2 or 3 on each side, whatever feels best, and then downward dog. And we'll meet in a forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway, exhale to fold. Pressing through the feet to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reaching high. Hands to heart center. Stepping back with the left leg again. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, fold. Keeping the right toes reaching back towards us as we come into a standing split. Opening up here. That left hip rolls back along with the left shoulder. Left heel presses out, right heel presses down. Closing the hips as we come into a standing split. And stepping back with that left foot, folding over the right. Inhale, rising halfway. Exhale, fold. And stepping back down in that downward dog. Noticing how your hamstrings feel coming down through your choice of vinyasa here. Paying attention to how your legs feel, how they felt before the practice, how they feel now. This might be a little bit more of an intense stretch than you normally do. This is helpful for dealing with injuries to keep our muscles nice and supple. Coming through plank if you'd like to do more side sweeps. Keeping the legs long and strong. Focusing on the core, on the hamstrings, on the thighs, and pressing back, downward dog. Looking forward as you hop, step, or float to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale to fold. Pressing through the feet to stand. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping back with the right foot. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding over the left. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, fold. A lot of intense stretching here. Coming into standing split. So if you need to take a break, feel free. From here, rolling that right rolling that right hip open. Come into half moon. See, even yoga instructors fall. Breathing deeply. Closing the hip, standing split. And the right foot comes to the mat, so we fold over the left leg. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale to fold. Stepping back, downward dog. And you're ready, coming through your choice of vinyasa if you'd like. Breathing into that low belly, opening the ribs, opening the chest, coming forward in a plank, couple more side sweeps. Strengthening the side of the hip, areas we often don't target as much in our day-to-day lives. Pressing back, downward dog. And inhale as you come to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway. Exhale and fold. Pressing through the feet to stand, hands up to the sky. Exhale and fold. Breathe deep. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise halfway. Exhale, fold, stepping back, downward dog. Reaching up with the right leg, and we're going to bring that under, opening up with the left arm. Nice little sweeping pose here, closing off our arms. Right leg reaches high into three-legged dog. Then if you'd like, you can flip your dog if this doesn't bother your knee. If it does, you can just stay in downward dog and we'll meet you there in just a moment. Closing off three-legged dog down to downward dog. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Left leg reaches back, sweeping under, opening the left arm. Playing that nice chest opener and hip opener. Closing our arms. Left leg comes up, three-legged dog, and then flipping the dog if you'd like. Pressing your hips to the sky, and then closing off, coming into three-legged dog, and then downward dog. Coming forward through your choice of vinyasa if you'd like. Again, you're always welcome. Stay in downward dog or meet us in child's pose. Meet us in downward dog or come to child's pose. Come to the front of the mat into a forward fold, rising halfway, and then fold. Pressing through the feet to stand, hands reach high. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to open up here, getting ready for triangle. Right toes extended 90 degrees, hands out to either side, reaching out from the side body, and then tipping over when you're ready into a nice T. I'm going to do a little bit of a different movement here. Our left arm comes down, come into a reverse triangle. And our arms switch back and forth here, sweeping over. Left arm sweeps down, and then we come, if I don't fall over, into warrior three. Pressing back through the back heel, all the way through the crown of the head. The right leg presses up off of the ground. Stepping back, we'll find our triangle again. If you need to come through the triangle setup each time, that's fine. If not, you can come straight into it. Left hand reaches down, right reaches back into revolved triangle. And then right hand takes the place of the left, coming into triangle. And coming again, getting ready, coming to warrior three. The main focus here is to keep that length through the spine, whether it's in triangle, reverse triangle, or warrior. Stepping back. Again, you can come straight into triangle if you can keep that length in the side body. Otherwise, come through your setup each time, that's fine. Taking a full breath cycle at each space in triangle. And then as you come into revolve triangle, when you're ready, once again, coming into warrior three. Keep reaching through the back heel, through the crown of the head. Right leg might be burning a little bit, just keep pressing through. And then back down into your triangle. Reverse triangle. Triangle. And then we'll turn and come back into downward dog. Forward here through your choice of vinyasa. Down through up dog or cobra. Pressing back into downward dog. And stepping forward with the left foot, toes out 90 degrees. Again, tipping to the side and then down. Right hand comes up into our triangle. And when you're ready, that right arm will sweep down, taking the place of the left, coming into revolve triangle. The left hand sweeps down, takes the place of the right triangle, keeping the length in the side body. And prepping as you come to warrior three. You can take a couple steps if you need. If you can't come all the way into warrior three, you can play around with just balancing a little bit on that left foot. The right foot can just stay tucked nice and close behind on the ground. You can work on toe taps or whatever you'd like. Stepping back, again, either coming to your full beginning of the triangle pose or coming straight into it, whichever you prefer. Coming into revolve triangle. Back to triangle. And then coming again into warrior three. Mine is not very graceful today, I'm sorry. Finding length through the heel, all the way through the crown of the head. Pressing the body away from the floor with the left leg. Stepping back. Again, coming directly into your triangle if that feels okay, or coming through your setup. Right hand sweeps down, matches the left as the left reaches up into revolve triangle. And the left comes down to meet the right reaches up to the sky. Feeling a nice stretch through that side body as you do this each time. Coming in again to one last warrior three. Finding a balance in your breath, in your body. Finding steadiness and ease, even if the body is getting tired. Coming back down, we come into our triangle. Revolve triangle. Triangle. And then we come back into downward dog. Reconnecting with the breath. And then coming through your choice of vinyasa. Paying attention to how the body feels. Paying attention to how the feet feel, how they feel different from this morning when we started working on our balance, putting a little strength in them. Then we'll come forward to the top of the mat in a forward fold. Inhale to rise halfway, exhale, fold. Pressing through the feet to stand, inhale, reaching high, exhale, hands to heart center. We'll come to a seated position on the mat. Legs nice and wide. They can be as wide as you want. You're going to inhale as we reach high, exhale and fold. Nice gentle forward bend here. It doesn't need to be deep. If you'd like it to be deeper, feel free. We will be doing some gentle back bends though, so I don't want to do anything too deep right now. The wider your legs are, the easier it is to fold further. Just listening to what your body needs, what it wants to do, what it can do. Inhale as you reach up. We'll take a moment here. We're going to reach our right arm towards the right toes. Left arm reaches up and over the left ear. We're going to open the left side body here, really reaching through the ribs, through the belly, almost back through the kidneys. Inhaling deeply, exhaling fully. Inhale to reach up. Exhale as you come to the opposite side. Left hand reaches towards the left toes. Right arm reaches up and over the right ear. Lengthening through the left side body. Feeling all the little fibers in the ribs, along the back, open up. Finding space here. And inhale to rise to center. We'll bring our feet out in front of us in staff pose. Feet are flexed. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, gentle fold forward. Welcome to hold on to the shins or the ankles, around the feet or the toes, whatever feels best for you. If you need to bend your knees gently, you can. We're just trying to not strain them here. Keeping the weight off of them. Coming up to stand, we're going to do a revolved stretch here. So your left hand is going to reach to the outside of the right foot. Your right hand reaches up towards the sky. If you're not feeling much here, you can bend that left elbow, pulling the side of your body closer in to the tops of your legs. And releasing. Coming to a seated position, we'll go the opposite way. Right hand reaches to the outside of the left foot, left hand reaches back behind us. If it feels okay on your neck, you can look up at that left thumb, opening the neck a little bit more. If that hurts, you don't need to. You can just look down or look to the side. Again, bending the right elbow if you need to get a little bit closer in. And releasing, coming to a seated position, nice and tall. Gentle reach forward. Big breath through the back body. Exhaling. Coming to a seated position, knees bent. I'm going to come into supported boat pose. So there's different variations I'm showing you here. Your knees can be bent, they can be straight. Your hands can be on the mat. They can be out to either side of the legs or behind you slightly, wherever it feels best. Finding a place of a little bit of strengthening here in the abdomen, through the core. Breathing. Nice and deep, finding a steady breath here. The muscles might begin to shake a little bit, that's okay. Then we'll release to our hands under the shoulders. Heels come out a little bit. We're going to press up through the hands, pressing up through the hips, coming into an Eastern intense stretch. The Eastern side is the front side of the body. And coming back into our supported boat pose or unsupported boat pose, depending on how you're feeling, where your strength is at today. Keeping the toes pointed if the knees are straight, keeping them flexed if the knees are bent. We'll begin to release here. We're going to come again into that Eastern intense stretch. Hands come under the shoulders, elbows point behind us, and then we'll press through the hands. You can either have the weight of your feet be completely on the heels or on the whole foot. The neck is relaxed. Feel free to let it sink back behind you if that feels okay. We'll come back into boat pose. If you need to adjust where your support is for your boat pose, feel free. We do want to find a little bit of a strengthening here through the core. Make sure that we're keeping that part of our body strong. Coming back into that Eastern intense stretch. If this bothers your neck, you don't need to drop it behind you. You can also have it in line with the body or even up, almost tucked into your chest a little bit. This is just a great opener for the shoulders, for the chest, and release. From here we're going to come to our bellies. Taking a moment, just letting our spine realign. Forehead comes to the mat, relaxing. We'll come up, coming into Sphinx. So our elbows are going to be below our shoulders. Our hands out in front. We're going to press our elbows and our forearms towards each other and then back towards us. So we're keeping our arms nice and engaged, really strong here. Keeping length through the spine by engaging the crown of the head. And if you'd like, you can start playing with picking up one foot and then the other. You can even do both. Or you can keep them on the mat, whatever is feeling right for you. Especially if it bothers you to put any sort of weight or pressure on that knee, paying attention to that. Taking a pause here, head comes to the mat. Connecting with your breath, connecting with your body. Taking a moment to realign. Coming up once again into Sphinx. Again, if you'd like to bring your feet up, either both, one or the other, that's fine. You can play around with what you're wanting to do. And then breathing, lengthening through the crown of the head so you're not collapsing into that low back. Keeping the arms engaged as they press towards each other and back towards you slightly. And then releasing. This time, if you'd like, you can bring one cheek to the mat. This will help to open your neck a little bit. Last time, coming up into Sphinx. Finding all that length through the toes, through the crown of the head, through the fingers. Creating space and strength at the same time. And then release. And if you placed one cheek on the mat last time, go ahead and place your opposite cheek down. Again, giving your neck a nice little gentle stretch. We'll go ahead and roll over. You can bend your knees if you'd like, windshield wipering them from side to side. You're also welcome to bring your knees in towards your chest and rolling out the low back. Whatever you need before we come into our final relaxation pose, Shavasana. Feet come to the outer edges of the corners of the mat, hands out about 20 or 30 degrees. Closing our eyes, finding the breath. Inhaling all the way through to the low belly, down to our root chakra, almost down to the pelvic floor. And then releasing all the way back up, letting the air travel through all the little spaces in the body, bringing with it relaxation, peace, calm. Feeling the body supported by the weight of the world below us. Connecting fully with the earth, with those around you. Go ahead and stay in Shavasana as long as you like. When you're ready, rolling over to one side, taking a moment, give yourself a bit of gratitude for your practice. Then the effects sink in. And when you're ready, coming up to a seated position, knees can be crossed. If that bothers your knees, go ahead and just bring them out in front of you. Whichever variation you're in, hands can come to your thighs, to your sides, or just to your heart center. Taking a deep breath in and out. Again, giving yourself gratitude for your practice, for making time for this, for making it a priority in your life. Hands come to heart center. Breathing deeply in and out. I want to thank you all for practicing with me today. Namaste.